I am alive, and it's good to be alive. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Is It Good? Today I'm going to be talking about Vauban because he's kind of the only utility frame that we have in the game right now, in the sense that he focuses largely on just having a lot of different deployables he can use. We're about to get another one when we get the Bard frame. She basically deploys these fields of musical energy waves, kind of like you'd see on your computer if you use a media player or something, which looks really cool. But right now Vauban's the only one that we have, and he's pretty cool. I actually really like him. He's kind of hard to get though. If you want to get him, you're going to have to either be lucky and complete alerts that hand out his parts, which is pretty much just at random for the most part. So if you are going to do that, I recommend you download a WARFRAME alert app. I think there's more than one, but you should be able to tell which ones are reliable and which ones aren't. And basically those will kind of buzz your phone and they'll let you know whenever there's a WARFRAME alert. I have that app, and that is how I got Vauban, because back in the day when I got him, there was not Vauban Prime. Right now the Prime one is probably easier to get, simply because, well, Prime farming is a lot easier than getting regular Vauban. Let's just say that, because it's not as RNG based. But you might have a hard time getting the relics if you're a newer player. So it'll, group up with some other people. That'll help you out a lot. But he is good. He's got 4 abilities, but his second ability, you can actually switch between multiple grenades. So his first ability is just a simple Tesla grenade, which I will show you here, and they're really fun if you deploy a whole bunch of them, because as you can see, I've just made a wall of lightning that'll just zap the crap out of people. They don't do a whole lot of damage, but they do stun enemies every now and then and hit them with an electricity proc, which is really fun. So at later waves, and especially against Eximus, they're not going to do practically any damage at all, but they are fun to use. And you can get an augment mod for them that links a laser in between every grenade that deals slash damage if enemies run through it. That's really great if you're crowd controlling a hallway and such. And for his second ability, which is actually 4 grenades, you have the bounce grenade, which is kind of funny. It just kind of launches you into the air a little bit. It's not very useful for launching you into the air, but what it is useful for is you can use it on enemies. And the reason this is fun is because it's not going to be very good in this wide open environment here. But essentially each bounce pad has more than one use. So if you throw them kind of around your cryopod, in fact if you throw them on the cryopod even, when enemies run up to attack it, they will actually get bounced away from it, which is pretty entertaining to watch. So as you can see there, there's a couple enemies flying around in the air, which is nice and fun. It's really cool if you put those, a whole bunch of them in a hallway, because enemies are pretty much forced to walk over them. And then you have the trip laser grenade. This one is nice. It doesn't deal a whole lot of damage, but it's guaranteed to trip enemies that run through it. As you can see, that ancient just fell down there. So as soon as this new wave comes out, I'll see if I can throw down a trip laser right here. You know what? Let's throw down. Let me get my energy going here. Spoiler alert for those of you who are new. Alright, so watch this. If my dog doesn't kill him. There we go. You see how they fall down? So again, it does next to no damage, but it is just really fun to kind of trick people. I almost never actually use that during a mission unless I'm messing around or trying to have some fun, or we're blocking off a hallway for a couple minutes. It's, you probably aren't going to think to use it when you're in a tight snafu or anything like that. And then you have the shred grenade, and I believe this one actually reduces their armor, which is really cool. And then, moving on, you have the concuss grenade, which is really nice. This kind of stuns everyone if they bounce over it. Let's see if I can... There we go. See, so he just got stunned from my concuss grenade, and then it makes him an easy kill. So all in all, his second ability is kind of nice. It gives you several different tools. I wish we had more Warframes, actually, that utilize that. I know Avara has that as well. Her different arrows can do that, and I think it's a really cool ability. It was nice too because he didn't used to have those back when I got him, so now that he has those, I feel like it makes him a little more on par with everybody else and gives you just extra reasons to play as him if you want to mess around and have some fun. His third ability is really good and it's pretty fun to use. It is called, I believe, Bastion, and if you use it... Oh, Bastille. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Overwatch. If you use it, it's called Bastille, and you'll see this big ring of energy surrounding you. Might not be that big. I probably have like overextended equipped. And it basically levitates enemies into the air and prevents them from doing anything, as you can see here. It also works nicely against Eximus units because it does still levitate them. And last but not least, my absolute favorite reason to play as Vauban is his 4th ability. It is a vortex grenade that just sucks everything in. What's fantastic about this is that it not only hinders enemies, but it also brings them into one spot, making them all easy to kill all at once. And also, while they are sucked into your vortex grenade, you can actually do melee finishers on them. So if you just kind of stand in your vortex in melee, you'll do like one finisher on a single unit, but it'll hit everyone, and you can just kill enemies incredibly easy with this. The only downside to this power is that it does not deal damage, so later on, when enemies become really hard to kill, if you have weak weapons, it's more of just a crowd control than it is an actual, viable tool of destruction. If you can, I would get Vauban Prime over regular Vauban, obviously, not only because the Prime is probably maybe even a little easier to get, but also because he has a nice increase in his armor, I'm pretty sure. And also, Vauban has a nice passive where he buffs the armor rating of all allies near him, which is pretty helpful if you're taking health damage. So anyways, you guys, I hope this video was helpful. I would give Vauban probably a 7 or 8 out of 10. He's really fun to use. I have a hard time surviving with him on really high-end missions, simply because there are other frames that crowd control better than he does and have more survivability, but he is really fun to use, and he's a fantastic frame to play as if you have other people in your squad with you. If you have other people to complement your defense and your offensive abilities, Vauban's crowd control is going to take care of everything else for them, and they're going to absolutely love you for playing as him. So you guys, that does it for this video. I hope something in it was helpful for you, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace!